Chosen one. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Something has shifted, and heaven just whispered your name. You may think you clicked this video by chance, but it was timed for you. That pull you feel right now, that sense that you can't look away, it's not curiosity, it's recognition. Your spirit knows this moment is different. When heaven speaks your name, the atmosphere around you changes. You feel it in your chest, in your thoughts, even in the silence. This isn't motivation, it's a message. Tonight marks the beginning of a shift in your life. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will confirm what your heart already knows deep inside. Chosen one, let me take you deeper. What you are feeling right now is not just curiosity, it's something stronger. It's recognition. Your spirit knows this moment was prepared for you. Think back for a second. A few days ago, you made a choice. It seemed small, maybe even invisible to everyone else. But heaven saw it. That choice triggered tonight's whisper. That's why you're here. You didn't search for this message. You were guided to it. Heaven calculated the exact second when your spirit would need this word. That pull in your chest, that strange awareness that you can't look away, it's proof. God whispered your true name, not the one on your ID, but the one only He calls you. And when He spoke it, the atmosphere around you shifted. You felt it. That subtle pressure, that sense that this moment is different. It is, because tonight isn't about motivation, it's about commissioning. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact moment that impressed God. Not the public acts people saw, but the hidden ones. The ones you thought dissolved into nothing. They didn't. They were recorded with precision. And when heaven records, it's not for memory, it's for movement. Stay with me, because halfway through this message, there's a twist. What you thought impressed God isn't what moved Him most. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal 5 signs you'll see in the next 40 days. Evidence that this shift is real. Plus, there's a 6th sign I can only tell you at the very end. Don't skip ahead. Every section builds on the last. Miss one part, and you'll miss the whole picture. Tonight, heaven whispered your name, and reality is about to bend to prove it. Chosen one, let's go deeper. Tonight's whisper is not random. It was triggered by the hidden choices you made, the ones no one noticed. These are the moments that heaven values most. They may have felt small to you, but they were recorded with precision, and now they are the reason your name was spoken tonight. Think back to the times when you had nothing left, but still gave. Maybe it was money, maybe it was time, maybe it was energy. You looked at your situation and thought, I can't afford this. I can't keep going. Yet, something inside you said, do it anyway. You pressed confirm, you showed up, you gave when it hurt. That sacrifice was not ignored. Heaven saw it. Heaven marked it. Or remember the moment when someone hurt you deeply. You had the proof, the words, the chance to expose them. Logic told you to fight back, to defend yourself. But your spirit whispered, let it go. And you did. No announcement, no audience, no applause, just quiet forgiveness. That release was pure, and heaven leaned closer. Then there were the nights when you felt empty, midnight hours, silence pressing down, faith feeling like a lie. You thought, I should worship, but I don't feel it. And then you chose to worship anyway. You whispered, I trust you, even when your heart felt nothing. That worship in the dark was the highest form of praise. Because anyone can worship when they feel blessed. But you worshipped when you felt abandoned. That moved heaven. Chosen one, these hidden acts are not background noise. They are the main event. While the world watches the spotlight, God watches the shadows. And in the shadows, he saw you. He saw your sacrifice, your forgiveness, your worship. He saw your faithfulness when no one else did. And that is why your name was whispered tonight. But here's the part you need to understand. These acts were not just good deeds. They were qualifications. They proved something about you. They proved that your heart is pure, that your motives are clean, that your obedience is not for show. You did it because it was right, not because it would be seen. And that is what impressed heaven. Look at the pattern in Scripture. Abraham built an altar in secret. Hannah prayed silently. The widow gave 2 coins quietly. Joseph chose righteousness privately. Cornelius prayed and gave in secret. Dorcas served without fanfare. Each of them was seen by God in hiddenness. Each of them was rewarded openly. The formula is clear. Secret act plus no audience equals heaven's full attention. Chosen one, you walked in that same pattern. Your hidden obedience aligned you with the great ones of faith. And tonight, heaven responded. The whisper of your name is proof. Proof that your secret acts were not wasted. Proof that your hidden faith was not ignored. Proof that your midnight worship was not forgotten. So let me tell you plainly, your sacrifice qualified you. Your forgiveness qualified you. Your worship qualified you. And now, heaven has spoken your name. That whisper is not just recognition. It is movement. It is the beginning of a shift. Reality is bending tonight to make space for what comes next. Stay with me, because this is only the beginning. In a moment, I'll show you the twist, the part that will surprise you. Because what impressed God most was not your strength, but something else entirely. But before we get there, let this sink in. Heaven saw you. Heaven recorded you. Heaven whispered your name. And tonight, the shift begins. Chosen one, now we reach the turning point. Up until now, I've told you about your hidden acts, the sacrifice, the forgiveness, the worship in the dark. Those moments mattered. They qualified you. They proved your heart was pure. But here's the twist. Those weren't the things that impressed God most. What moved heaven tonight was not your strength, but your weakness. Yes, your weakness. The moment you thought you failed, the moment you doubted, the moment you whispered in your heart, I don't know if I can keep going. That was the moment heaven leaned closer. You see, anyone can obey when they feel strong. Anyone can worship when they feel blessed. But you obeyed while doubting. You worshipped while empty. You stayed when staying felt impossible. That is the faith that moves God. Think about it. You had nights when you prayed and felt nothing. You had mornings when you got dressed for church even though your mind screamed, "What's the point?" You had days when you gave even though your balance was low. And in those moments you thought you were failing. You thought your doubt disqualified you. But chosen one, that doubt was the very thing that impressed God. Because faith is not the absence of doubt. Faith is obedience in the presence of doubt. Remember Job? He said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." Remember Abraham? He waited decades for a promise that seemed impossible. Remember Hannah? She prayed year after year with no evidence. Each of them had moments of weakness. Each of them had questions. But they stayed. And staying power is what heaven honors. Chosen one, the whisper of your name tonight is proof that your weakness did not push God away. It drew him closer. Your honesty, your raw confession, your hidden thought, "I don't know if I can keep doing this," that was recorded. Not as failure, but as faith, because God's power is made perfect in weakness. When you admitted you couldn't, heaven said, "Now I can." This is the twist. What impressed God wasn't your midnight worship, your sacrifice, or your forgiveness. Those were qualifications. What impressed him was the moment you stayed while doubting, just the moment you obeyed while questioning, the moment you whispered, "I trust you," even though you weren't sure. That is the kind of faith that bends reality. That is the kind of faith that triggers a shift. So tonight, don't be ashamed of your weakness. Don't hide your questions. Don't bury your doubts. They are not evidence of failure. They are evidence of honest faith. And honest faith is the only kind God can use. Your weakness is not a disqualification. It is the doorway. It is the reason heaven whispered your name. Chosen one, let this sink in. Heaven is not impressed by performance. Heaven is impressed by honesty. And your honesty has triggered tonight's shift. That is why your name was spoken. That is why the atmosphere around you has changed. That is why reality is bending right now. Because weakness plus obedience equals divine attention. And you, chosen one, have it, chosen one. Now we arrive at the turning point of this message. Everything you've heard so far has been leading to this moment. The whisper of your name tonight is not just recognition. It is not simply God saying, "I see you." It is something far greater. It is movement. It is activation. It is deployment. When heaven speaks your name, reality itself begins to bend to make space for what comes next. Think about it. When a soldier is called by name, it is not for applause. It is for assignment. When a runner hears the starting gun, it is not the end of training. It is the beginning of the race. And when heaven whispers your name, it is not a trophy. It is a signal that you are being sent, being positioned, being prepared for something bigger than you imagined. Chosen one, tonight's whisper is your commissioning. You are not just acknowledged, you are authorized. You are not just seen, you are deployed. And deployment means the atmosphere around you must shift. Doors that were closed must open. Paths that were blocked must clear. Resistance that held you back must break. Because when heaven authorizes, earth must adjust. This is why you feel the pressure in your chest. This is why your thoughts are racing. This is why you sense that tonight is different. It is because heaven has spoken and reality is responding. The whisper of your name is not passive. It is active. It is the sound of God saying, "Now." And here is what comes with that whisper. In the next 40 days, you will see signs. Evidence that this shift is real. Evidence that you are not imagining it. Evidence that heaven has moved on your behalf. These signs are not vague feelings. They are clear marks. They are proof, and they will confirm that tonight's whisper was the beginning of something new. Chosen one, let me tell you plainly, you are stepping into a season where peace will show up in chaos, where provision will appear in scarcity, where connections will arrive unexpectedly, where dreams will carry messages, where boldness will rise in your spirit. These are not random events. They are marks of deployment. They are signs that heaven has spoken your name. But before I reveal them in detail, let this truth settle in your heart. Tonight's whisper is not about comfort. It is about calling. It is not about applause. It is about assignment. It is not about recognition. It is about responsibility. You have been trusted with more, and to whom much is given, much will be required. That is not a burden, it is an honor. It means heaven believes you are ready. So, chosen one, lift your head, straighten your shoulders, feel the weight of this moment. Heaven whispered your name, and when heaven whispers, earth must listen. Reality must bend, circumstances must shift, because you are no longer just acknowledged, you are deployed. And tonight, the shift begins. Chosen one, now that you understand the whisper, let me show you the evidence, because heaven never speaks without leaving signs. Tonight's whisper is not just a feeling, it will be confirmed in your life. In the next 40 days, you will see marks, clear signs that prove the shift has begun. These marks are not vague, they are not random, they are proof that heaven has moved. The first mark is peace in chaos. You will face situations that should make you panic. Bills may come, relationships may shake, unexpected problems may rise. But instead of fear, you will notice calm. Your hands will be steady, your breath will be slow, your heart will be quiet. People around you will ask, "Why aren't you afraid?" And you will know. It is because heaven whispered your name. Peace will show up where panic should live. The second mark is sudden provision. You will see resources appear when you least expect them. A bill will be covered, an opportunity will open, a door will unlock. It may be money, it may be help, it may be favor, but it will arrive at the exact moment you need it. Not early, not late, but right on time. And you will know it is not coincidence, it is evidence. Heaven whispered your name, and provision followed. The third mark is divine connection. Someone will cross your path who carries what you need. It may be a mentor, a friend, a partner, or even a stranger. But the connection will feel appointed. You will sense it instantly. This person will open doors, speak words, or bring opportunities that align with your shift. And you will know this is not chance. It is heaven arranging your steps. The fourth mark is unusual dreams. In the night, your spirit will receive messages. You may see symbols, hear words, or feel impressions that stay with you. These dreams will not fade like ordinary ones. They will linger, they will guide, they will confirm. Pay attention, write them down, because heaven often speaks in whispers while you sleep, and these dreams will be part of your evidence. The fifth mark is boldness in spirit. You will notice courage rising where fear used to live. You will speak with confidence, act with strength, move with clarity. Things that once intimidated you will no longer hold power. You will feel a new authority, a new confidence, a new fire. And you will know it is not from you, it is from heaven. The whisper of your name has awakened boldness inside you. Chosen one, these 5 marks are not theories. They are evidence. They are proof that tonight's whisper was real. And as they appear, you will know beyond doubt that heaven has moved. But there is more. There is a 6th mark, one I cannot reveal yet, because it must be experienced, not explained. It is the most personal, the most powerful, the most undeniable. And when it comes, you will know instantly. That is why I must wait until the end to tell you. So stay with me. Do not skip ahead. Every section builds on the last. Miss one part, and you miss the whole picture. Tonight's whisper is the beginning. These marks are the confirmation, and the 6th mark will be the seal. Heaven has spoken your name. Reality is bending, and the evidence is about to appear. Chosen one, we have reached the final part of this message. Everything until now has been building toward this moment. The whisper of your name tonight was not just recognition, not just deployment, not just marks of evidence. It was something deeper, something more personal. This is the final revelation, the seal that confirms everything you have heard. The sixth mark is the whisper itself. You will hear it again, not with your ears, but with your spirit. It will come in a quiet moment, maybe when you are alone, maybe when you are driving, maybe when you are lying awake at night. It will not sound like thunder. It will not be loud. It will be gentle, but undeniable. A thought, a phrase, a knowing that rises inside you. And when it comes, you will know instantly, this is the voice that spoke my name. This is the confirmation that heaven has moved. Chosen one, this whisper will be different from anything you have felt before. It will not be imagination. It will not be coincidence. It will carry weight. It will carry peace. It will carry authority. And it will remind you that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. You are chosen. You are marked. You are deployed. This is why the sixth mark had to wait until the end. Because it is not something I can explain fully. It is something you must experience. It is the most personal, the most powerful, the most undeniable. And when it comes, you will not question it. You will not doubt it. You will know. Heaven whispered your name, and heaven is whispering it again. Chosen one, let this truth sink in. Your weakness did not disqualify you. Your doubt did not push God away. Your hidden acts did not dissolve into nothing. They were recorded. They were honored. They were the reason your name was spoken. And tonight, the whisper is proof. Proof that heaven has seen you. Proof that heaven has moved for you. Proof that reality is bending to make space for your calling. So what happens next? Deployment. Assignment. Responsibility. You are not being called to comfort. You are being called to purpose. You are not being called to applause. You are being called to impact. You are not being called to ease. You are being called to authority. And authority always comes with weight, but it also comes with power. And that power is not yours alone. It is heaven's power working through you. Chosen one, this is the final revelation. God's approval is not a trophy. It is a weapon. It is not passive. It is active. It is not just recognition. It is authorization. And tonight, you have been authorized. The whisper of your name was the signal. The marks are the evidence. The sixth whisper is the seal. And together, they confirm that the shift has begun. So lift your head. Stand tall. Feel the weight of this moment. Heaven has spoken. Reality is responding. And you are no longer the same. You cannot go back to who you were before tonight. Because once heaven whispers your name, everything changes. Chosen one, this is your final revelation. The whisper is real. The shift has started. And the evidence will follow. Stay ready. Stay faithful. Stay bold. Because heaven has spoken, and earth must obey. Chosen one, before this moment ends, take action. If your spirit is confirming what you heard tonight, don't let it fade. Subscribe now, so you can walk with others who are hearing the same whisper. Join the awakened ones who are stepping into this shift. Like this video if peace already touched your heart while listening. Comment the word ready if you feel the marks beginning to show in your life. And share this message, because someone close to you may be waiting for their name to be whispered too. This is not just content, it is confirmation. Tonight heaven spoke your name, and tomorrow reality will prove it. Stay connected, stay faithful, and stay bold. The shift has started, and you are part of it.